first started planting in the early 1970s. So since that time, we planted 40,000 trees.
Hello, I'm Silvia. Welcome to Enviro-Station. This is a new project about the environment, about the future, and how these two topics are related. Global warming, increasing wind gusts, air and sound pollution, plastics, world food supplies, and future ideas. We will cover issues from both sides of the fence. We'll feature ways you can reinforce your home against the dangerous realities of nature and the environment. Be sure to watch our new show about the environment and the future. I'm Silvia, and this is Enviro-Station.
Hello and welcome to Enviro-Station 257. My name is Silvia Bargatoth, and today our guest is Bob Dobson, a farmer from Ottawa Valley. Hi, Bob. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do?
Yes, I could do that. I'm about the fifth or sixth generation of my family to operate a farm business on this piece of land in the Ottawa Valley, 10 minutes from the Quebec border. I took over the farm when my parents retired in the late 1960s. And I worked off the farm until the mid-70s, then returned to the farm to work full-time on the farm. So it's been a mixed farm operation from the time that the family came here in 1857. So that means there was a number of different types of farm animals and crops grown. A lot of farms were mixed farm operations in those days. When I started, I decided to turn it into a beef farm. And it's been a beef farm now for the approximately 50 years that I have farmed here. And a few things I noticed when I increased the size of the beef herd was that for example, the stream crossing the farm that goes into a local river system and then into the Ottawa River, I saw the water quality deteriorating as the number of animals increased. So one of my first concerns was, that's not good. I don't want that water quality to be lower than it needs to be for the health of the animals and for the health of the ecosystem. For the natural environment. So I started fencing the animals away from the stream, and that the strip of land beside each side of the stream was planted in woody species, coniferous and deciduous trees. We use about 10 different kinds of trees. Diversity in case insects or disease comes along to impact one type of tree. We put in a couple of solar pumping systems and a couple of other, we think, fairly sort of innovative alternative watering systems for the animals. So they're now watered off stream or not in the water. They're not in the water any longer. That started in the 1980s, and we continued. It's continuing to this day. So we now have about 2 miles of buffer strips. The stream is about 1 mile long approximately. Each side of the stream has what we feel is a fairly healthy buffer strip of trees. Some of the trees are now over 1 foot in diameter, 16, 18 inches, a few of the trees. And they're on that slope from the edge of the field going down to the edge of the water. And what I have, and it's giving any runoff from the farm fields will hit that strip. That strip is now from 3 to 5 meters wide. In some places, it's probably more than 5 meters wide, 8 meters perhaps. And I have looked at, tried to observe what's happening in that little strip of land on each side of the stream. And in that riparian zone, I think it's called. And the soil on this farm is a very heavy white clay that gets pretty solid in a dry period of time in the summer. So that's the roots of those trees are now, there's almost as much growth, I imagine, under the soil as there is top growth. So it's breaking apart and cracking that tight clay soil. In the 50 years that we've been working on recovering the stream, I like to call it bringing back the banks.